one of the most sought-after female fighters in the world.
I want to show the world that kickboxing is an exciting sport and that the women can do it just as well as the men. We're just getting started.
Oh, my word. What a head kick. And that is it. The champ is here. The time bomb. Tiffany Van Soest.
Has to be one of Van Soest's best performances.
Here now is her opponent, Moussaddak.
I asked Sarah Moussaddak how she would handle the fact that Tiffany Van Soest has so much more experience. And she says, I don't care. Once the bell rings, that does not matter. It's a fight, and a fight that I'm going to win. Nice footwork there from Moussaddak. Boy, she is angry. You can just see it.
Yeah. Here comes Moussaddak, a little bit more aggression.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your co-main event of the evening. Gentlemen, this bout scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds for the Women's Super Bantamweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. Trained in kickboxing and Muay Thai, this phenom had 6 junior titles before the age of 19. Her professional record, 7 wins with 1 loss, one of those wins coming by way of knockout. At 5 feet 4 inches tall, 1.63 meters, she weighed in at 121.2 pounds and even 55 kilograms. Fighting tonight out of France, here is your challenger, Sarah Moussaddak. And now her opponent standing on my right and fighting out of the white corner, a 5-time World Muay Thai champion, coming off her 5th round TKO at Glory 80. Her professional record, 23 wins, 6 losses, 2 bouts scored even, and 8 career knockouts. At 5 feet 4 inches tall, 1.63 meters, she too weighed in at fight time at 121.2 pounds and even 55 kilograms. Fighting tonight by way of Amsterdam and out of the United States, she is the 2-time reigning and defending Super Bantamweight Champion of the World. Here is Tiffany, the Time Bomb, Van Soest. Your referee in charge of this bout, Jan Frana.
Hadi strömmer upp. Shake hands if you want. Follow the rules, listen to my comments. Good luck, back to the corners.
Tiffany Van Soest taking on Sarah Moussaddak. Tiffany said, I see myself in her a little bit. When I was her age, I wasn't afraid to take on the best. That's the only way you become great. So Sarah, at the age of 22, challenging perhaps the greatest kickboxer Glory has seen, Tiffany Van Soest, 5 rounds, Super Bantamweight title.
This is a big moment for Tiffany. She's really wanted to showcase women's kickboxing, so she really wants to put on a good performance. You can already see Tiffany with the stance switching, using her feints and range.
Only 8 pro fights for Moussaddak. How many did you have when you joined Glory?
I think 8. That was my 8th, yeah.
So you know what she's going through right now.
She's definitely a lot younger than I was. She was 19 when she signed with Glory.
22 now.
We saw Tijani Bestati start young too. Now look at him. So she's got time to develop.
Is this too much too soon for Moussaddak? 5 rounds will certainly be a challenge. That's all Tiffany's basically fought for the last 3 or 4 years, 5 rounders.
When watching Tiffany, though, I want you guys to take note of these little angles that she takes. You see, when she jabs, she steps out, she switches stances. She's all about little angles that you don't necessarily see all the time.
lot of dancing in there right now. Looks more like capoeira. There we go.
That's what she's got to do.
Ooh. Decent opening round for Moussaddak. Still waiting for that first big exchange from both of these fighters. Ooh.
Nice.
Just missing with a spinning back fist was Tiffany.
I think Tiffany's just gathering data right now. You can see her. Her hands are up before the shot comes. She knows what's coming. She's just finding her angles.
Well, how does Sarah make it so she doesn't know what is coming?
Well, she's got to pressure a little bit more. I think just sitting there, allowing Tiffany to slide in and out, it's going to be very hard to touch her. That's why for Moussaddak, throwing singles isn't going to be enough. You got to put and string your combinations together and end with kicks, because Tiffany's usually out of range of the hands. Maybe the kick touches.
Still waiting for our first knockout tonight. Can you believe that? There's been times I've said we're still waiting for our first judge's decision, but not knockout. Glory with such a high percentage KO ratio as round one comes to a close.
I'm going to say there's a lot of title fights, good matchups, right? So that's very good.
Tiffany Van Soest, who considers herself a world traveler, not so much a United States citizen, but a world citizen. We know she's been everywhere in Germany, Bali, Thailand. She'll go wherever she can learn and download more information. Currently on a 4-fight win streak. She is the time bomb.
She's been representing, you know, U.S. kickboxing and Muay Thai many years. Sarah Moussaddak, 5-time French junior national champion. Using her signature strike, the front kick. But today she's going to have to really dig deep. She's going to have to find her combination, put her strikes together. She's got to bring it.
Second round, fight!
Round two scheduled for 5. We're at the Helder in Arnhem, the Netherlands. Still to come, our main event, Badr Hari taking on Alistair Overeem. 4 of the judges giving that to the challenger, Joe.
Well, I mean, not much happened in that first one. I think Tiff is still dictating the pace, the range, the fight, but there was maybe 2 or 3 strikes that Moussaddak landed that were a little bit more damaging, maybe. But if judges scored round 1 like that, if I'm Tiff, I gotta push more. I gotta go.
Well, Tiffany knows she has the experience edge in rounds 4 and 5. So certainly no reason to panic for her.
Yeah, nice combination work from Moussaddak. Mixing body head.
Good feint by Tiffany.
Yep, that's what she does really well. That's her experience. Her feinting and angles. See, just out of range.
Boy, I don't know if I've ever seen 2 fighters more on their toes than these 2. They continue to bounce around like they're jumping rope.
Yeah, I like that style. I feel a good bounce. I call that the pendulum step there, kind of bouncing in and out.
Still waiting for a damaging strike to land for either of these fighters. There's a nice left from Moussaddak.
Very nice that her punches are in combination, though. I'm going to keep repeating that because that's a huge key for her.
You know, these slow output rounds may favor Moussaddak to the point where Tiffany's going to have to be the one to force the fight.
Yeah, if she waits too long, that's why I'm thinking she's got to start slowly picking it up from now. Start gaining that momentum.
The last thing you want to do is be 2 rounds behind with only 3 to go. There's the Hall of Famer. That's not named Joseph Valtellini.
Now there's 2.
Hey, how does it? You're not so special anymore, are you, pal?
Okay, I can share it with Semi.
You can't walk into restaurants and go, "You're looking at the only Glory Hall of Famer."
I like Semi. Come on.
Yeah, what a
One of my idols.
How do you think he would do in his prime right now against Rico?
Well, that's what I'd like to see, because I think Rico's pressure is great now and his inside fighting. That'd be a fantastic fight.
Just the sheer size of that man. I mean, it was almost not fair.
Any fighter that I have that's tall, I make them study semi.
You ever had a fighter as tall as Simi?
Got a couple young kids now that are pretty tall, but not that height.
Yeah, I was going to say.
My young guy, Patrick, I think is 6'7" now. He's coming.
Hi, Patrick.
You don't want that pressure now. You see you relax. When you see position, it's her game. So elevation, you got hit a couple times. It's your game. It's your love. Don't do anything. That's the pressure.
Well, Sarah Moussaddak's strategy may be prevailing right now, especially if she won that second round.
Yeah, I mean, this second round was close. I mean, I still think Tiffany needs to put things together now. I think seeing this score is going to really light a fire under Tiff.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves before we see the judges' scores, but to me it feels like Tiffany's not fighting like she's trying to destroy her opponent and win a title. She's a little more conservative, a little more laissez-faire, not too worried about her.
Yeah.
There's our judges' scores. Only
Stop. Step back.
So Tiffany's movement, her feinting, is starting to pay off now. I think this is when we start seeing her put things together, starting to be first.
so it is 19-19 according to all 5 judges. Those scores are correct. So 1 round apiece.
Ooh,
A little fancy there is Tiffany.
It's like an alley shuffle with a back fist. That was the first time I've seen that. I like it.
Moussaddak trying to close the distance, and now they'll exchange knees.
Step back. Hey.
Tiffany's only landed 20% of her punches, Joe.
Her kicks, I think, doing well too now.
This certainly is not a bruising encounter by any means.
Right now, they're trying to find their openings, set things up. That's it. Sarah's got to come forward. She's got to keep that pressure. That's hard when Tiffany's constantly moving.
Time.
We've got a wardrobe malfunction over there for Tiffany.
Okay.
She'll fix that.
Time. Fight.
We're in round 3, scheduled for 5. Waiting for this fight to heat up, but Sarah Moussaddak in her first title opportunity does not look outclassed by any means.
No, she's doing well. She's sitting in there, countering back. It's just Tiffany's never really there to hit all the time. That's the challenge, but she's finding her ways.
Nice little left on the inside by Van Soest.
Oh, good feinting the kick. Go back to the hands for Van Soest.
Under 30 seconds left here in round 3.
All the old school martial arts, she would have saw Van Soest's crescent kick there. We don't see those very often. Tiffany has a background in karate growing up.
In fact, she won the USKA World Championship at the age of 18, said then it was the greatest feeling in the world. Probably a close second now to winning her Glory World title back in December of 2016 as round 3 comes to a close here in Holland.
Stop. Time.
And there is Simi Schilt, 2022 Glory Hall of Fame inductee, joining the man sitting to my right. Let's get a shot of him. Can we get Joe on camera with that sweet baby face?
Nicely shaved for today. New suit for everybody. Had to look good for Semi's induction.
Always looking good as Joseph Valtellini.
Fighters.
Joe, is this fight a little closer than you thought it would be?
I do. I think Sarah's doing the right things. She's coming forward. She's showing that she's not overly intimidated. So look at her, scrap mixing levels, pressuring. But I just think Tiffany, like I said in the beginning, her range, her distance, her movement is just too good.
And look at that, 4 judges giving round 3 to Moussaddak. Tiffany's got to pick it up a little bit here. She's the champ.
Good thing I'm not a judge. The judges, the rounds that I think Tiffany does best, she's losing to the judges. So I'm not sure what they're looking at.
Well, they're close rounds either way, Joe. It's not like it's obvious for either fighter.
No, I agree.
I mean, I don't think you can watch any of those rounds and go, that woman won that round, no doubt about it. There just hasn't been those definitive moments. Neither fighter has been rocked. We haven't heard the crowd go ooh or ah.
You go down this criteria, there's damage. If damage is equal, you know, knockdowns, no knockdowns, no damage, pretty equal.
Number of strikes, kicks.
So maybe it's the aggression.
Stop.
I just remember in those fights against Anissa Mex, Tiffany just looked like she was just, oh, nice right hand by Moussaddak. Looked like she was given everything she had. This time she's being way more selective, it feels like, Joe.
Yeah, she's kind of more picking her shots.
My dad used to say in soccer, if I tried to do too many moves, he'd be like, you're trying to be too cute, just kick the ball in the damn goal.
That's fair, yeah.
But now Tiffany closing the distance a little bit more.
Yeah, used her knees. She has really good knees as well. Nice jabbing angle as well.
Stop. Stop.
What an upset this would be, by the way. Moussaddak was the biggest underdog, I believe, on the entire card.
Stop. Step back. Break, step back.
Massive upset if it happens.
I mean, Tiffany's had 31 professional fights. Moussaddak has only had, what, 8?
Yeah, something like that.
Stop.
I think 11 maybe, 10 and 1.
Fight. Break. Step back.
High kick from Tiffany just misses.
Yeah, a little bit more pressure now from Tiff. Kind of staying, moving forward.
Break. No holding. Stop. Step back. Step back. Fight.
Good right hand from Tiffany.
Stop.
Interesting to see what the judges say about that one.
Yep. I've been wrong on every one, according to the judges, so I give up. I'm just going to enjoy it.
She cannot hand, she cannot score, she's trying, but she can't.
You're the boss now, man. Come on.
One round, she in your pockets. On the big part. Big advantage you have. There we go.
Tiffany getting instructions.
Well, hey, I'm sorry. Those are bad instructions. Those are horrible instructions.
Don't forget to counter. Then you show everybody. She does something.
Maybe doesn't know the scores.
He just said you have basically a big lead.
Because then she comes hard. Every time she steps in, boom.
And Unless he's seen the judges' scores from round 4, he might be wrong and very wrong.
That's a kickboxing legend too, Andy Sauer.
There is no sense of urgency in the corner of Tiffany at all. Remember, this is for her world title. And according to the judges, we'll soon see, but this is extremely close. And Moussaddak could very well win this if she takes the 5th round. 5 judges gave that one to Van Soest, so let's see how this fight is shaping up. It all comes down to this round. And Andy Sauer acting like Tiffany's going on a walk in the park right now. Let's see what happens here. 235 for the title. Moussaddak has outlanded Van Soest in every round except the 3rd. Can you imagine the surprise on Tiffany's face if Moussaddak wins this round?
She will be completely shocked.
Step back.
Moussaddak exchanging on the inside. Tiffany letting her hands go there.
Nice
back fist. And now, finally, we're heating up a little bit.
Tiffany now with those knees on the inside.
Step back.
Moussaddak needs to keep swinging those punches to kick combinations.
Stop. Stop. Step back.
A minute and a half to go. The crowd trying to will Moussaddak on. Left hand from Tiffany.
Going back to that spinning back fist.
It just feels like if Van Soest pushed the tempo and really laid it on Moussaddak, she could win this round no problem.
A lot of clinching now here. Fatigue set in. It is 5 rounds, but when a world title's on the line and it comes down to 50 seconds.
I mean, look how fresh Tiffany looks too, by the way.
Yeah. She's got to lay it out a little bit more.
Stop. Step back.
Moussaddak, 11 more landed punches. She threw 20 more.
I think, how are they scoring these combination exchanges?
Stop.
I'm telling you, one big punch from either fighter could win in this round.
Especially if the judges think it landed hard. The damaging shot. One shot could be the difference.
Next, step back. No holding.
And that will do it. Do we have a new women's super bantamweight champion? We will find out when we return to the Heldredome here in Arnhem, the Netherlands. We welcome you back to Arnhem, and let's see the highlights from this super bantamweight contest.
Very close fight, especially the earlier rounds. A lot of feel-out process in this first. But we've seen good combinations from Moussaddak, but Tiffany just smooth with her movement, angles, just sliding outside of strikes, stance switching, being unorthodox with her strike. But the key for Moussaddak, continually pressuring, trying to go body-head combinations. Tiffany mixing her head kick, spinning back fist, trying to be spectacular. And according to the judges, it came to this 5th and final round. A lot of pressure here from Van Soest. Wanted the spectacular offense points with those back fists.
Strike count statistics. Moussaddak landed more punches and more kicks. Tiffany with more knees, and there are the totals. 97 and 238 for Van Soest. Strikes by round. Moussaddak outlanding her in the 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th. Who won it? Tim Hughes with that answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. Let's take a look at the totals. 4 of our ringside judges score the bout 48-47. Our 5th and final judge has it 49-46. It is a unanimous decision, all for your winner, and still Super Bantamweight Champion of the World,